It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Chiefs and the Vikings under the lights on Sunday night.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not...
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. Yeah. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that big-time game?
Now here's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey, and he goes out right around the 39. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking for Tony on the out route, and he's got him. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
Held them well under 200 yards of total offense. In today's NFL, that's a feat to...
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
And that's the first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now back to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. To the sideline and incomplete. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Looking to pass. Tua. That's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Pitts, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Oh, Travis Kelce unable to pull it in. And now it's second down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
That's pulled in at the 32. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll swing this out to Tony. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelce. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Rice. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now out comes Minnesota. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. Tua sets up to pass it. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down up near the 40-yard line. The Vikings at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games, because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum, because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. Tua to throw again. But it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. Now Tua. Catch is made by Hockenson to tight end. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork, we saw a good job defensively to recover. 2nd down and 3. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll run with Robinson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. From the gun, it's Tua. That's out wide here for Robinson. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Bijan Robinson taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings have taken the lead. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Chiefs offense set to go. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Mahomes' throw complete there to Moore. And he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Mahomes now on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And again, it's Mahomes. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where you see the final score there. Sam Howell, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Acrisure Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Daniel Jones, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. And finally, on Monday Night Football, we'll wrap up the weekend with a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Atlanta Falcons. It was a former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Okay,
this is
Coach,
certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle. We have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Here's Tua. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. From midfield, here's Tua. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Felix Anudike-Uzomah, the man to get home for the sack. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
On first down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete here. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Dances by him. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. So here are the Vikings to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
To a hit, and the ball is out. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. A quick throw caught by Rice. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Mahomes now to throw. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to pass. Tua. And a dump off here to Robinson. And down he'll go at the 25. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Tua going to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. They get 6, that'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll look to throw again. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance. So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Sky Moore, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now here's Mahomes. That is caught by Rice for a Kansas City touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by a field goal, a little under 2.5 to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Throwing Tua. And that's caught by Williams. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now Tua. This is Robinson, and he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain. That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Tua. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. This is 1st and 10. Here's Tua. the middle, caught by London. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. Here's Tua as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter play. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. And now all eyes shift over to the Chiefs, trailing by 4. 30 seconds to go. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. Finding Kelsey. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Tony. And quickly another first down, but tackled inbounds. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Mahomes to throw it. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his helmet, got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him, all focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Mahomes will throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Here's 1st and 10. One final try for Tagovailoa. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Chiefs, They remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.